Hi, I'm Gina with Poppy Cotton, and this is week 9 of the Sunny Kisses Sew Along. We've completed the blocks, and now we are going to be learning how to sew the blocks together to create the rows. So I thought it would be easiest if I show you the blocks that don't need any sashing. So the house block is one of those. You can see where the houses join at the corners there, that seam. It's nice if you can make sure that those all line up, because then you can see the rows of the houses and how they really look good together. The next row that doesn't require any sashing is flower 1. And so when I sewed these together, I lined up the stem with the middle of that point. And so each of these go together to create this flower row. You'll notice that the flowers are running in one direction. Flower number 2 is the same way. I took these and lined up the stem with the center of this right here. And so all of those are lined up and those are going in one direction. So when you sew these rows in all together, one of the flower rows is going this way and the other one is going the opposite way. The star block is another one that doesn't require any sashing, and you can see that it looks good if you can line up all of those plus signs to create the star row. The final row that doesn't require any sashing is the X and O block. And so these are sewn together. You'll notice on the O, it's a little bit taller running this way. You can see a 1/4 inch seam at the top right here and bottom. On the sides, when you line those up, there's no 1/4 inch seam. You'll just line that up in the center of that X and sew that seam. So you'll want to make sure it's a little bit taller running this way. All your 1/4 inch seams on your O block or hug block have the 1/4 inch at the top. The strawberry row is sewn together with sashing. All the sashing in the middle is the same size. On the end here, those are smaller. So sew your strawberries together with the sashing in between, the largest sashing in the middle, and 2 small sashings on each end. Then the chickens is the same way, the largest sashing in the middle, the smallest sashing on the outside, and then you'll notice chickens going one way on one side and then the chickens going in the opposite direction on the other side. The last rows are the bunting rows. And these have, again, the sashing in the middle that's larger, and then the sashing on the outside that is smaller. So you'll do that with both those rows. Sew those together. And then there's a ribbon that goes across the top. So sew all the ribbons together in one row. Once you've sewn the buntings together, you'll line up the seams right in the middle. So the ribbon is a little bit longer than each bunting, and that goes along the top. That completes this row. Once you have all of those complete, you'll sew the rows together and you'll have finished your Hopscotch and Freckles quilt. We hope you've had fun with us, and we'd love to have you join us again on another quilt along.